Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today we are going to do a little bit of revision on writing. So before we go further, let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad HAZIQ bin Muhammad RIDZUAN and I've been teaching in SMK SUNGAI RANGGAM since 2015. I'm also an SPM examiner since 2016. So we know that this year the English paper will be a little bit different than before. So let's recap on the SPM writing test format for 2021. Okay, the paper code will be 1119/2. It's actually the same as before, but now we have 3 items or 3 sections, yeah, all together that you will be tested on. Okay, the weightage mark is 25% of overall candidate grade. So meaning to say here, the remaining 75% will come from speaking, reading, and also listening. Alright, the CEFR range is from A2 to B2 and the time allocated for this paper is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Moving on to the task types of the paper. Part 1 will be short communicative message in which you have to write an email and it is obligatory, which means you have to answer it. Okay, it is compulsory. A short response of 80 words on an informal message. What is informal message? We will discuss later. Alright, the intended CFR level is A2 for this part. The second part will be guided writing in which you have to write an essay and it's also compulsory. Okay, you cannot leave it, you have to answer it. Okay, you have to write a longer text of 125 to 150 words based on a text stimulus. Alright, it is given in the question. Okay, the intended CFR level for this part is B1. And finally, the third part will be extended writing tasks. Okay, you will be given 3 questions, 3 options, either an article, a review, a report, or a story. And you have to write about 200 to 250 words. Okay, you have to choose one out of the 3 given options. Okay, do not answer all. You have to answer only one question. Okay, and the intended CFR level for this question is B2. Alright, so we are clear of the sections. Now, the assessment criteria on how you will be assessed this time around. Before this, it's different, and this time around there will be 4 components. Yeah, each part consists of 20 marks. So part A 20 marks, part B 20 marks, part 3 20 marks, altogether 60 marks for writing. Okay, so content will be 5 marks, communicative achievement will be 5 marks, organization 5 marks, and language will also carry 5 marks. So altogether 20 marks. It's the same for all 3 sections. So here is the content standards included in part 1 for short communicative messages. I'm not going to read every single one. You can look at the slide over there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 content standards altogether included for part 1. Let's take a look at a sample question for part 1, short communicative message. Look at the question here. Okay, when you read the question, first thing that you need to do is to understand the question. What is the need of the question? What does it require you to do? What do you need to answer from the question? Because you have to fulfill all task requirement mentioned in the question. Okay, let's take a look at this question. Okay, so this is the part where I already underline and show you the needs of the question. Let's read the question together. You receive an email from your cousin, Sally, who just moved to a new school. So here the question already set the situation. You cannot write to other people. You have to write to your cousin and the name is Sally. Do not change the name. Alright? It's given there already. Okay? Hi, how are you? My new classmates plan to go for a trip after the exam. Plan to go for a trip after the exam. That will be the main content of the essay, of the email. Okay? Do you have any idea on where should we go? That is the first requirement. The second requirement actually, but the first question asked in the question. What can we do there? So you have to talk about the activities and what to bring for the trip. So what are the items that you need to bring along? Okay, I hope you can help me to make a decision by. So by here indicates that the email will be informal. Informal here means your tone will be a little bit more relaxed than usual. So you are allowed to use I'm instead of I am. You can use your instead of you are. Okay? So this is the template of answer. You will be given to and subject. The to part over here, you need to write the email of the recipient. You don't just write the name. You put in the email like I put over here, sally@gmail.com. And the subject over there, you need to put a title, a brief title of what is the content of your email. It can be trip after exam or your class trip, whatever that is suitable. It doesn't have to be long. So when you want to write for this part, okay, you have a few pointers to help you begin your essay. To greet, you can use how are you, how have you been doing, how's everything, okay? Or you can just start with I'm doing fine here if the person already asked you about your condition or well-being, right? To suggest, you can use I believe, in my opinion, I think, okay? For examples, maybe you can use for instance, for example, such as, okay? And some cohesive devices, please include some cohesive devices. I've given you several examples over here, besides, moreover, furthermore, or other devices that you know. Okay, so this is the sample answer. Alright, I need you to focus on the wording that is bold and also painted red over there. Alright, hi Sally. Okay, you have to put the name, yeah, Sally. I'm doing fine here. That's the greeting part. Okay. It's not necessary for you to start with how are you, because in the previous email, Sally already greet you, so you just answer the greeting. Okay. I'm doing fine here. I believe, to suggest, going to a relaxing place. Relaxing place over there, answering the first part of the question, like the beach would be great since it will be after the exam. The beach here answering the second part, the requirement of the question, which is where should you go. Besides, I put there devices, cohesive devices, a lot of fun activities, okay, that can be done there. For example, I'm giving example over here, riding banana boat, comma, playing beach volleyball, and you can have a barbecue party. You see, I give 3 examples. Okay, you can give 2 or 3, don't give just one. You can give 2 or 3 so that you are actually giving options. Alright, this is answering the third part of the requirement, which is what can you do there. And finally, moreover, you only need to bring extra clothes. Extra clothes is the thing that you need to bring. Okay, it's not necessary for you to give more than one. You can give just one. It's okay, because in the question it is not stating how many items that you need to bring. Okay, all the facilities are provided there. Have fun on the trip. Okay, so I wrote 79 words. So here it means I fulfill the requirement because it should be around 80 words. So actually you can add on by there, and then it will become 80 words. There you go, a perfect one. Remember, for part 1, short communicative message, you have to fulfill all the task requirement. Make sure you write down every single questions. You answer every single questions asked, like I did just now, yeah? To present straightforward ideas. You don't have to be wordy with your explanation. Just go ahead with your idea, okay? Use cohesive devices appropriately, like the example that I showed you just now, okay? Focus on basic vocabularies and simple grammatical forms, because for this part, the CFR level is lower. So you don't have to put bombastic words in this part of essay, right? And avoid lengthy elaborations, yeah? Keep it at 80 words, because if you write more than 80 words, the remaining number of words will not be included or how to say this, marked as part of the content points. Alright? Let's move on to part 2, guided writing. Again, these are the content standards included in guided writing or part 2. Alright, so you can read all the content standard in the slide. Let's move on to the sample question of part 2. Alright, same as before, as part 1, when you read the question, please underline or highlight the important keywords of the questions. You need to understand, you need to know what is required by the question. Okay, let's take a look at the question together. So I already underlined, I already highlighted and labeled the question over here. Let's take a look. Yeah, your class has been discussing about part-time jobs. That is the main content. So your essay will be about part-time jobs. Okay, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about what part-time jobs would you like to do. That is the second part of the question. So you talk about part-time jobs and your choice of part-time job. Sorry. In your essay, you should write about, okay, please pay extra attention on these items. Yeah, what part-time job you would do? There is one. Reasons for your choice. Reasons, it means more than one reason. That's the second one. And where your place of work would be. That's the third one. So these three items will have to be included in your writing. If not, you will be considered as not fulfilling the task. Okay? Write your essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your point of view. Okay. So for guided writing, it will be slightly longer. It will be around 125 to 150 words. Okay, you do not write less than 125. You do not write more than 150 words. You have to be very strict with the word count. Okay, so here is a suggestion of the words distribution for each paragraph. So you have to have the introduction, the body paragraph, and also the conclusion. So that's where you get your organization marks, yeah? So for introduction part, maybe you can just write around plus minus 30 words. You don't have to be long with the introduction. For body paragraph, you have to write around 100 words. So you divide the paragraphs into two. Second paragraph and third paragraph, maybe 50 words each for each paragraph. Right? And the conclusion, around 20 words only. You don't have to write long concluding paragraph. Alright, so this is just a suggestion. You can vary, you can play around with the words. So if the second paragraph is 48 words, the third paragraph can be 52. Yeah, it's up to you, but it has to not exceed 150 words. So here are several pointers that you can use in your writing. To begin, you can use, I have been thinking about, we have been discussing about, I recently thought of part-time jobs. You continue the sentence with the main topic of the question. Alright? To state opinion or reasons, you can use I believe that, in my opinion, I think I would, this is because, yeah? Okay? And for cohesive devices, you can use firstly, secondly, this one is the common ones, yeah? Besides, furthermore, next, in addition, therefore, on the other hand. I'm just listing a few. I believe that you have more in your vocabulary. So you can use whatever cohesive devices that you find appropriate for your writing. Okay? And to conclude, you can use in conclusion, in a nutshell, or to sum up. Okay, let's look at the introduction part. Okay? To write an introduction, there is a formula. I say formula lah, yeah. Okay, general statement plus definition or question plus thesis statement. So what is this? How is this formula work? Okay, let's take a look at the example written. I recently thought of getting a part-time job. That is my general statement of the topic. Okay, what kind of job is suitable for a student like me? So I ask myself a question. Okay. I think working as a sales assistant is a good idea. Sales assistant here is the thesis statement, is the main idea of your writing. You are going to write about sales assistant as your part-time job. Okay? Alright. So that's how you write it. See, 30 words, just nice. Okay? Next, for the body parts, okay, I'm going to just give you an example for one paragraph, yeah? The formula will be cohesive device plus content point plus elaboration or example. Okay? Firstly, that's my cohesive device. I would like to work as a sales assistant because I am good at giving suggestions. Good at giving suggestions is your first content point. I can help customers to decide what they want to buy. That is your elaboration for your first content point. Furthermore, that is the second cohesive device. I'm also very passionate, your second content point. If a customer asks a lot of questions, I can assist them patiently until they are happy. So that's your second elaboration point. And I got 50 words. Just nice for this paragraph. So for the next paragraph, you can still apply this format, this formula to construct your paragraph. Okay, you can talk about where you want to work. So the cohesive devices, you can use next. The content point, where do you want to work? Do you want to work as a sales assistant at a shopping mall, a bookstore? Okay, and why do you choose that place? You elaborate. Okay, so that's how you construct your paragraph. Moving on to the last part, which is the conclusion part. The formula is, again, cohesive device plus rephrase thesis statement plus hope or advice. Okay, rephrase here is different as restate. Yeah, rephrase means you restate your thesis statement, but you put in your personal opinion. Okay, in a nutshell, that is your cohesive device. Being a sales assistant would really suit me. That is how I rephrase my thesis statement. Before this, I just state I want to be a sales assistant. But now I said that it really suits me, okay? Because of the elaboration given in the previous paragraph, okay? I hope I can enjoy working while earning some pocket money. That is the hope, okay? My hope, right? So I got 22 words for the concluding paragraph. So altogether, maybe I will get around 150 or 152 words. It is okay if you exceeded around 4 to 5 words, but try not to exceed more than 5 words from 150, because after that onwards, the sentences or the words will not be included in your content point marks. Right? Remember, okay, fulfill all task requirement. Okay, you have to include everything before you add on your own personal idea or let's say additional information. Answer all requirement asked first in the question. All right. Next, make sure content is relevant to the task. Make sure you talk about part-time jobs. Do not talk about how you want to have a pet, how you want to spend time. Yeah. Answer the question. Communicate straightforward ideas. Avoid wordiness. Alright, you don't have to put a lot of metaphoric terms or expression. Okay, organize your paragraph. That's why you need to have introduction, body, and also conclusion. Do not put everything in a single chunk of paragraph. Okay, mix simple and some complex sentences. You have to mix, because if you just put simple sentences, it will be short. If you put all complex sentences, it will be long. I know some of you have a lot of ideas and you want to write more, but you have to adhere to the word count given. Okay, minimize errors and control word counts. That's it. Keep it at 150 words only. All right. So I hope this sharing has been useful to everyone. Thank you for listening, and remember, a slow progress is better than no progress. So keep on practicing until you achieve the best benchmark of yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. All right. So that's all from me. Thank you very much, and see you again.